Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. So, we would have been ready. It turns out that I downloaded the wrong. You can't download X America. It's now X World America. So as you can see, we're about halfway done with the download here. But this is the autogen that we're testing out. So everything else is ready to go. This is the last part. Unfortunately, the file is 7.5 gigabytes, and it is not very fast. So we're getting there in a second. Rue was first. Hello, Rue. Hallahan. Hello. Welcome. Plato in the house. I honestly wasn't going to start the stream until 1:15, but then I saw Plato was here, and I was like, that's all we need. We're ready to go. Ice Cold in the house. Phase, hello. Can I bet channel points on the sim crashing because of X America? Indeed. I would say there's a high chance of that. You're testing autogen without ortho. Correct. Yes. It's like impossible to download V-states. I mean, it's just every time, no matter, I tried the you can't download the file directly, and then I tried, make a copy trick, and then that failed. So we are not using ortho today. Hello, Fly with Lado, welcome. Chopper, what are we flying today? The Flight Factor A320. So we're going to keep the Flight Factor motif going. The problem with Fork Boy, Rue, is that, as I recall, and I haven't used Fork Boy in, years, but don't you have to, it takes, a long time to render it. Like, the files, the torrent, and then you have to, run a batch process. I seem to recall it's just, now granted, the downloading a giant zip file from V-States is not fast either, but it's, one step, as opposed to Fork Boy taking. I just remember there being a torrent involved and a rendering process involved. I could be wrong on that. Compared to the V-States download, though, it's about the same time to download and convert. You're probably right on that. Any rate, we're not doing that today. But and there was one issue with Fork Boy, as I recall, in New England. Wasn't there a problem with Fork Boy and Mr. X Boston with a bump in the runway? Where did they fix that? If Sheed can do it, so can you. As memory serves me correctly, Rue, Sheed refused to install any ortho for the first 6 months of his streaming career. So I feel like I still have another 5 months to go before you can compare me to Sheed. That was the new Boston. Very nice. So it'll be interesting to see how the autogen works. I wish I really, really, really regret deleting my ortho folder when I got XPLANE 12. I really didn't think that one through. And now I really regret it, because I would have had a bunch of ortho already set up and would have been easy. Alas. It's almost done. 6-7. We do have so we did get hit with the DMCA yesterday for, evidently, the $1 Million Man theme is copywritten. And more important, I mean, I knew it was copywritten, but more specifically, you can't use, 5 seconds of the song, because that would be too much. So we have a new version. Nathan, what's up, man? What do you use for XPLANE 11, all V-states? What did I use? Yeah, sorry. For XPLANE 11, yes, I did a V-states. At least for the areas I flew, I didn't have the entire country, Nathan, because I didn't really feel like it was worth getting V-states for Montana, because I'll never fly there. But yes, I used V-states. When I first got into XPLANE and ortho, I either rolled my own or I used Fork Boy, and then V-states was clearly the dominant option, and so I went all V-states. And it worked well. The problem is that it's really hard to download, because the Google Drive that it's stored on is impossible to get a copy out of. I mean, I probably would have been better off flying up to Connecticut and finding one of you guys who lives in New England and copying your stuff in there to make that work. Almost done downloading. And also V-states is shutting down. Yeah. Whoa! Hallahan coming in with the super chat. We're gonna wait for it a second. Evidently, it caught up yesterday, but in the very beginning, evidently, you've super chats very slow to respond. It's really Streamlabs. There we go. Any second now. Any minute. It's going to come, Hallahan. This is the wrong one. No! This is the wrong one. I'm going to get DMCA. No, DMCA, Hallahan. Boo-boo. Bop-boo-wee, 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 bop-boo-wee. Oh, there we go. I forgot I have a mute button. Thank you, Hallahan. Appreciate it. Hold on, I gotta fix that. I swear I fixed this. Streamlabs. Come on, I literally fixed this today. Alert widgets. Hang on, we've got to fix this thing first. Alert box. That was a super chat. I see the problem. I see the problem. There we go.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Whoa! Dave coming in with the tier 1. $1.49 is going right to Warner Music Group. Come on, that's a great cover. All right, I believe I will now replay. Can I replay it? Here is. Thank you, Halhan, for the super chat. I think I got it fixed now for this one. Here is the new super chat custom sound effect. Yes. For those with the
This
keen,
is a test super chat alert for $58.
can we do a MIDI version? Well, this was the this isn't the MIDI version. This is the Super NES WrestleMania video game theme song. So we will see how that works. I don't know. It's not hard to tell because unfortunately we did play the copywritten one, and I'm not sure if this is like in Twitch you could like yell over the music and it can't pick it up like the algorithm. You're messing with the Nintendo. What could possibly go wrong? All right, where am I here? Wait, I have to paste this, right? Yeah, SimWorld. Okay, and then more options. 7-zip. Extract here. But here's the thing: the original song in the game is just the theme. There's no Ted DiBiase laughing. So I extracted an isolated audio of Ted DiBiase laughing and then mixed it into the song at a different rate. And I'm hoping that will get around the problem. So I think we're okay. But of course now I'm sure WWE Music is about to hit me for Hallahan's rendition there. But thank you, Dave, for the tier 1 sub, and thank you to Hallahan for the super chat. I do appreciate it. The truth is, as far as I can tell, even when they hit me with the DMCA, it only affects the replays, not the actual like super chats and memberships and whatnot. So, all right. So in this case, the only thing I have to worry about is the file order, because the way that the scene let's delete scenery packs. That looks correct. Let's see what happens here. Let's give it a shot. So far, so good. All right, we are going to fly Kennedy. Oh, I have JetBlue here. I don't know if any of these liveries work, but we'll give it a try. Start the flight. So we have for JFK, we have Project JFK, which is freeware scenery, and we also have DD New York City, which is payware, and then we have in Washington we have DD Washington DC. So we should have scenery the whole way, except for, of course, the ortho along the way. It really does look like XPLANE 11. Yeah, I mean, other than the menu, so far there's not much of a change there, but we shall see. I don't know what the livery is going to. I've not tested the livery yet. We can always just go back to like a default one, but we'll see. Oh, the new scenery file. So because there's a lot of new scenery files, this will take a little longer for it to go through its process. Again, I was planning on having all this done before the stream began, but then I realized I was downloading X America, and as I'm sitting there and I've gone 3/4 of the way to the download, I read that there's a different file for XPLANE 12, and so I had to cancel that download and re-download. And then Plato came into the chat, and I felt the need to play Brass Bonanza, and so here we are. Sounds like a lot of excuses. Yep. All right. And we do have the Fly Factor A320, which definitely was working this morning. Oh, crap. What happened to my buildings? This is terrible. What?
This is going great.
All right, hold on. I think this is the scenery.ini file. Hold on a second. Hold on. This is a fixable problem. JFK. All right, so custom scenery. Now hold on. Scenery packs. Okay. This is interesting that JFK is at the top, and yet it still looks like Mega. So what is broken? It seems like this is actually correct. Complete scenery, blah, blah, blah. I think it was like step 6 or something. We do have vegetation library. Oh, well, we don't have that. All right, this is what we got here. For the best results, global airports above all the X world. Oh. Yes, you are correct on that. So this needs to move up to here, like that. Let's see. We've got the airports. JFK's at the top, so we're good there. Custom airports, Aerosoft, global airports, VFR objects, then Sim Heaven. I say Sim Haven. Okay, I think is that the magic sauce that we're missing here? Is that global airports? Well, I guess global airports should be above Mr. X, right? I mean, truly, then it should be like over here. I put Mr. X below X World. Fair enough. All right, so then we'll move Mr. X out of here. Which would be then here. All right, let's try that. File, save. All right. Do have my Starbucks iced coffee. My iced cold coffee, if you will. Also, this livery sucks. We'll try the other one, and then if this doesn't work, then we're just going to fly something else. Doing it live. Indeed. Doing it live. Now I have the $1 Million Man song stuck in my head. Money, 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 money. Everybody's got a price. I was disappointed that there's not a good cover on its own. I had to find the SNES version. Hey, Tubes. Hello. Or, sorry, Mr. Tuberculosis himself. Hello. I had that awful cover song stuck in my head. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Me. That version, Hallahan? I really should do my own covers. Someone clip the audio from that. There's no clipping in YouTube. I hope you get DMCA'd for that one. It's a fair point. I think you should do your own covers. I'm sure you're typing that while cackling about the idea. I really did think about doing the $1 Million Man laugh until I found the isolated audio of it. I mean, if we get, I am genuinely interested to know if I'll get hit with the DMCA for for the original one we played, because I was yelling all over it. And can we change your theme to the Ass Man song? I'm an ass man. Yes, I'm an ass man. I like to kiss him. I like to squeeze him. I like to see him. Yes, I'm an ass man. Have you seen his character in AEW? He's like playing like the mentor role, and his name, they can't use Mr. Ass on AEW, so they call him Daddy Ass. How many beers deep? 0. Oh, this is all coffee. All right, here we go. We got it. Look at this. We've got it. All right, so clearly the engine's, it's fine, whatever. But we've got, all right. Oh, Hallahan, stand up. Start spreading the news, Hallahan. Look at that. So his name is Daddy Ass on there. And he's the same character, but they can't call him Mr. Ass, and they kind of play it up, and it's his son is in there, Ice. I don't know if both of these, there are 2 wrestlers. I'm not sure. One is definitely his son. I'm not sure the other one. But they call themselves the Ass Boys. It's, you know, it's wholesome family entertainment. All right, well, we've got a working simulator, so I feel pretty confident about this. We saw a Blue King Air this morning. My daughter said it's a JetBlue. A for effort. Nice. Oh. I'm just curious what like Queens looks like over here. It's not. Oh no, it's this one. Yeah. Let's take a quick look around here. So this is the airport itself is freeware scenery. And then, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. This is X America now. This looks like X America, or X World America, whatever they call it now. Because we also have, I also have DD New York City, so it's hard to know if this is which scenery is which at this point. Did I disable the traffic? What do you mean, like the you mean like the airplanes, like the static aircraft, or different traffic? Oh, airplane traffic. Yeah, I turned off draw parked aircraft. I turned that off because ain't nobody got time for that. One scenery that does not work with this is the Feel There LaGuardia. It generates an error and it won't work. So otherwise I was gonna fly to LaGuardia today because I have payware and that does not work in its current version. So this is we're into Brooklyn and Queens right now. This is actually, I think we're back in Queens. We flew over Brooklyn before. And Manhattan itself is definitely what's it called? DD. This is Long Island City up ahead. Actually, JetBlue's headquarters are right over here somewhere. So this looks pretty good. I think the water reflections are a little much for New York City. There's definitely no water reflection in that water, even on the best day. Ain't nothing reflecting off that thing. That's all right. I mean, it's X-Plane. You know, I'm not going to confuse it for the real world. Do my ads see me an afternoon stream? What's up, Hawks? That's a lot of nuts. Indeed. I thought to myself, what would Hallahan want today? And no doubt the answer was a flight sim stream. I had lunch early. No, I eat lunch at 11:30, man. All right, so here's New York City. It looks pretty good. And this is just straight out of the box. I didn't do anything into this, so, you know. Not too bad. And the camera system is so much better. Take a look at the Statue of Liberty, and then we'll head back into the aircraft. Not R, E. Yeah, Staten Island Ferry. And you can tell New Jersey looks like mega doo-doo because, well, it's New Jersey. But, all right, the Statue of Liberty is nothing special here. But the, this would be ex-America then taking over at this point for sure. Because Jersey City would be modeled with DD, but a lot of this stuff here is just straight up. All right. Back into the aircraft. So we're here in the Flight Factor A320, and this livery is not optimized for XPLANE 12, so I have no doubt that it looks like eh. But the upgrade, if you have XPLANE 11, if you had the Flight Factor A320 and XPLANE 11 to go to XPLANE 12 was $20. How's the FPS treating me? Good. Seems very smooth. Was it data output? Where do you see the? Oh, it's over here somewhere, right? Like, which one is it? Yeah, I mean, it looks good over here. The first one? Oh, frame rate. Yeah. We've got 30 frames right now, 40. And the flight factor was always hard on the frames. So let's go in the cockpit. 27. It's not great. Oh, I guess we need power, huh? The one thing, here's what I will say. It works, but the graphics look really, I don't know. It looks a little, not pixelated, but too much anti-aliasing. We're flying the A320, Flight Factor A320 today. Ground is always worse too. Being in New York makes it even worse. Exactly, Rue. And I kind of wanted to put it through its paces here to see what it was like. Because you're right. New York City was always like one of the major tests with any scenery or any add-on because it was just such a hard on the frames right there. You're using the FSR stuff? What's FSR, Rue? I'm not sure what that is. Is rendering at a resolution lower than 1080. How do I fix that? Because this does look at these numbers up here. This looks like crap. How do you fix it? Because, I mean, honestly, these displays, this looks like FS2000 under graphics. Okay, now what? Teach me, daddy ass. I'm an ass man. FSR super sampling all the way up to turn it off. Oh, really? You want it off? Okay. Still looks like garbage. Still looks terrible. Am I wrong? I don't think I am. I mean, do I have to restart the sim? Is that like one of those things? I don't think so. Some of these you have to restart the sim to see the effect, but the best quality setting is off, which is FSR, but disable next will render at full native resolution. Okay. I don't know. Turn anti-aliasing down? Really? All right. don't think I see anything. I'm still looking like the numbers here. This all looks terrible. Just the whole thing does not look very. It looks like somebody took like FSX graphics and brought it in here. The problem with the displays is an AA thing, and somehow they need to fix it. Yeah, but I mean, even like this looks okay, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just the graphics, like the numbers are bothering me more than the actual textures. All right, we'll leave it as is. I'm not going to waste any more time on this. All right, so let's, I think you're still working on AA? Yeah. All right, it's a beta, blah, blah, blah. Init request, please. I don't know what that does. All right. We're going John F. Kennedy down to I didn't even do like anything for this. DCA. Hang on. We should probably, this is something I should have done while sim brief rather. Let's do this really quickly. Inversed egg yolk. Good evening, dear fellowettes. Welcome. Yes. Hello. Thank you for joining us here. He's streaming. Trust me when I tell you this, Rue. Even in not 720p or not, it still looks like, you know, crap. DCA. Do I not? A flight factor. There it is. I knew I had a saved airframe here. Let's see. IRL, flight sim. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Shoot. I did not update XPilot, and you can't update XPilot once the sim is going, right? Departing 13 right, correct. And looks like we're doing the river visual today. River visual, nice. Auto 2.5. I don't know, 26,000. I'm gonna guess. Kilo, sure. We'll do the DL3 today. Save, good, generate, yes. How much more money do you need to unlock a higher res? Honestly, I don't know. I never really tried. All right. So. How about return? All right, let's do fuel for today. Hello? Clicks are really terrible. Call the fuel truck. We need 6871. Set. Passengers. We've got 125. Cargo. $700. Now, as I recall in XPLANE 11, I would always set the cargo in the back because otherwise the plane is really front heavy. So I'll put 350 and 350. There you go. Mr. Dabup, hello and welcome. All right, zero fuel weight, 52.4. Oh, wait, I can do this, right? Isn't this a thing? Set. Hey, I forgot about that little feature. Personally, feel like XPLANE 12 is totally serviceable as a sim. Serviceable, absolutely. Of course, you can't compare to MFS, who are leagues ahead, but when it comes to IFR, where MFS is a bit boo-boo here and there, XPLANE's good. I think you're right on that. I mean, honestly, we talked about. I did a stream yesterday, and I kind of talked about this. I think it's the airplanes, the library of aircraft that'll be available like nearly off the bat. That's going to draw me back to the sim more than like, hey, you know, like we're flying an A320. I have plenty of A320s in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I didn't want to pay for the tollless 321 off the bat. At least not. I will eventually, I'm sure. But departure. Let's see. We don't. So we can't do this, right? If I do X pilot, I mean, it might prompt me to update, but it won't work because the sim is on, and I'm not restarting this. Sure, self out. So unfortunately, yeah, no, that's not happening. Yeah, and I can't use I can't use vPilot, right? That won't work for X-Plane. I've never tried it. When I was during my X-Plane days, I only ever used vPilot, X-Pilot. I mean, what I should do honestly is put this to like rain and sunset, because then it'll look really good. X-Pilot is needed. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna fly this offline today. Sorry. I don't know if there's any ATC on, but I don't want to restart the sim. I mean, I don't remember. There is a save state option. You could risk that. You know what? Oh, Hallahan's already asleep, guys, so we're doing ourselves. Let's do this. States. X-Pilot. Save. All right. We're doing it live. We're going to do it. This is going to work. Can I do it through this, or do I have to go through like the GitHub thing? Yes. I'll have to test this out immediately. Next. I accept. Oops. Next. No, that's the old folder. XPLANE 12. Next. Yeah, well said, of course, to each their own, as long as you're having fun with your oyster. I know a mate who still adores FS 2004. Oh, my goodness. Let's see, does this work? Okay, let's now try, that's not it. XPLANE 12. That's something I give tons of credit to XPLANE for. Save states are monumental. Well, let's see if it works. In the Flight Factor, it was kind of hit or miss if it worked. In the tollless, it was pretty darn good. So. Pause notifications here. All right. So, new flight, John F. Kennedy. Yeah, everything else is the same. But it was an awesome feature, Hawks. Like before Microsoft Flight Simulator, I love that it had save states. Like I would never really worry about the sim crashing because it would autosave. That was huge. The autosave in the tollless saved me so many times. Challenger tollless and any had super robust autosaves. Yeah. The Flight Factor one, I remember the manual saves would work. I don't remember about autosave, but towards the end there in XPLANE 11, they did a lot more updates for the Flight Factor A320, and I never really dove into it all that much. I do distinctly recall using like a situation like this where I saved the state, quit the sim to go do something, and then came back into it, and it worked. So we shall see. By the way, with XPLANE 12, I don't have it installed anyway, but I don't need AutoGate or SAM, right? Because I'm seeing here moving jetways is a thing that it supports, as I recall. All right, well, it's taking forever to load, but we're getting there. I mean, that being said, I'm complaining how long this is taking. XPLANE 12 loads infinitely faster than Microsoft Flight Simulator. Great for speed runs, too. Yeah, what's really cool about it, Tubes, also, is that you can... I mean, if you get it to a point where you feel, like a ready to go state, you really can then just hop in and just, boom, you're ready to taxi. Oh, I heard a beep. That sounded like X-Pilot. There are no oh, no. Not like this, chat. How do we get the CSL configuration? If you need assistance during your CSL pass, I forgot about this problem. Wait a minute. I think I have these, actually. Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't think I deleted these. Because didn't I... This would be in X-Pilot's old directory, right? This would be in D... X-Pilot... Right? Or was this in... Where did the CSLs live? I forgot now. Blah, 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 blah. CSL installation. Oh, wow. That's a lot easier than I remember it being. Oh, no. Yeah, they're gone. All right. So in this one... Blah, blah, blah. Settings... where is this thing? Well, I'm not prompted to do this. Okay, but where... Plug in... Oh, it's over here? You must restart XPLANE. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, we need to get the... Where is this op... Why am I not seeing this? Like, this screen didn't pop up. Yes, we do see that. XPilot is no special or complex model matching. So if you have at least one CSL. Yes. When you first launch XPilot, you'll be prompted to install CSL model sets. Recommend you click yeah. Well, I didn't get that. What happens if you don't do that option? All right. Well, at the very least, we have to quit this. Quit XPLANE. Nothing. Try this again. XPilot. Why is it not prompting me to download them then? Try removing and reading. Yeah, you're probably right on this. XPilot. Uninstall. Can't wait to put all my information back in later.
This is going great.
Right. Re-release. This is the one I want. Yes, Windows. Okay. What are we? How long is this? 41 minutes in. The only accomplishment we've had those so far is we played Brass Bonanza so far. That's about it. Next, I accept. It's on my D drive. XPLANE, no problem. I put Hallahan to sleep. Dave, what's up, man? Hallahan, nobody chats more in the first 15 minutes of my streams than Hallahan, and then he is gone. But Hope you're doing well, Dave. XPLANE 12 is for the realism for starting an aircraft, where MFS is for lenient on starting aircraft if we exclude mods. Well, if you exclude mods, then there's, I mean, that's a whole different thing. But I generally agree that there's just, the flight model is really what's about, Mr. Dabbo. All right. Let's see if this works. Launch this. Yes, that's fine. Allow access. Get token. Sure. Sure, Mr. J. Authorize. VATSIM ID is in the download. All right. Now we're on. Now we're cooking with fire. So I'll file the flight plan. Please browse to the folder where XPLANE is installed. No problem. Yep, that's the folder. No. Select folder. XPLANE, right? That's what it wanted? Yes, XPLANE. That's the wrong folder. C, XPLANE 12. Good. No. Select the folder. Yes. Okay. Just got back from the zoo with the daughter. Nice, dude. Man, nothing like will take the energy out of a grown man than taking their kids to like a museum or the zoo or something like that. After about 20 to 25 minutes of straight up walking around, you like never wanted a nap so bad in your life, or just to lie down. It's amazing. When I was a kid, I could walk around like the zoo for like days. Just let them, cool. Please restart XPilot and XPLANE. All right, cool. So here we go. One more time. File the flight plan before I forget. C, XPLANE. I'm wiped. It's only day 2. Just get enough for the day. Triple mids this week. Oof. That's just work. That's just lack of motivation right there. I'm at that point now. I just want a nap. Yep. It's just like it's not even, I can deal without that. Then you start like finding yourself negotiating with your kids. Like, let's go somewhere where we can sit down for half an hour. Like, can we go see the seal show? Yes. That involves sitting? Yes, absolutely. We can see the seal show. Like, 15 minutes of sitting feels better than like a day at the spa. And then if you can play your cards right and get like 45 minutes to an hour, like IMAX movie, psh, straight up sleeping on that one. That is just that is, let's kiss the sky, because my eyes are gonna be closed for the next couple of minutes here. Oh, Dave says on the way home past the airport, she was plane landing and goes to JetBlue. Dave, you and Tubes, your kids are of the same ilk, because Tubes' kid saw a blue airplane and said it was JetBlue. I had to step away to make lunch. Why are we loading in again? No crash, Plato. Basically, XPilot, I forgot to update XPilot, and you have to update that and get CSLs. So we restarted, but I did save the state in Flight Factor, so we're going to test that out to see if it actually works or not. Plus, I didn't want you to miss anything, Plato. And maybe when the time Hallahan wakes up from his nap, he wouldn't have missed anything either. By the way, can we get a F in chat for Plato, who has retired from flying airplanes on the internet? He just couldn't take it, and he lost that love and feeling. Poor Plato. He just decided, without Sheed, what's the point? Yeah, he posted a whole thing in Discord about it. I've not retired from it. You said you were going to retire from it. You couldn't see a future without Sheed. Here we go. Next stream, you'll be controlling Chicago. I'm not allowed to fly in there anymore. All right, here we go. Let's see here. I guess let's test this first. Back in here. States. Let's pilot. Load. Did it work? Hey, it worked. We lost our GPS. Wait. We didn't. We're good. Everything's great. It works. I do have a sound clip of Hotch last night when I watched the VOD. What did I say? I lift the band, you can come play. Nice. Oh, that's what I said, Dave? Well, there's some truth to that. All right, let's now test out X pilot. Oh. Platus says, I'm just worried I'll become less appealing to fly if the social aspect disappears. Well, you've got Hawks here. Hawks is your guy. Wait, are my settings in here correct? No. All right, so I need my VATSIM ID, which I still have. My VATSIM password, which I'm pretty sure will... Hold on, if I type... Yeah, okay. You guys can't see that then. Copy, password. Sure. Hello? Chat mic. And this should be just chat, I believe. Yes. Because your microphone device changed, you must turn. Yes. Yes, that's fine. All right. Good. Connect. 20. 20. I don't know what a cell cal is. Connect. Oh man, John is on. Oh, there's a Kennedy 8. Somebody's on here, but we could have had LaGuardia John on. All right, so there's definitely ATC here in New York, so we've got something going on. Let's do 128, 125. And this is super sensitive.
Airport 23 Heavy, runway 13 right, taxi via right on Alpha, Quebec, Papa Foxtrot. Right on Alpha, Quebec, Papa Foxtrot.
Good afternoon. That's not working. Joystick. That would be 5. Nothing. Pilot. Push the talk.
Over 3621 movements to approach. Can we get something more straight in?
Oh.
That's 3621. Okay, go around. Just fly heading 130. Climate maintain 3000 for now. And you can expect the ILS runway 22 left approach. ILS 22 left and coming 3000. 130 for the heading.
Alright.
3621.
Parting 13 right.
179 heavy, turn left heading 190. Reduce speed 250. Left 190 speed, speed 250. Speed
Parting 13 right.
15 kilo heavy.
He didn't give me a SID though.
Cleared RNM Zulu, runway 13 left approach.
Star call sign. Does direct waiting? Oh, departure procedure, Kennedy 5. If you give it to me. Cert. Wavy.
401 heavy, are you pushing onto Alpha or inside the ramp? Pushing onto Alpha, onto 401. Onto 401 heavy, roger, push on Alpha's approved, face your nose northwest. Was approved and face north, onto 401. Sorry, confirm the heading again for speed 179. 0179 heavy, heading 190 for now, 190. 190,
Trying to get the manual to stay
21 M8, turn left heading 060.
very loud. Noah! What's up, man? And it keeps adding it over there. Whatever. Wavy. MJ. J. Oh, we gotta keep this in here. MJ. Airways. J1. 174. CIZZI. And then insert. Return. And then ATR. ATR. I'm gonna guess it's this one. And then the deal 3. Arrival. RNAV 19. Deal 3. Laughlin. Insert. And we can do that. So, that manual, I was trying to get in there, but it's fine. Alright, cool. Alright, let's hopefully get out of here. So, how do I get this in here? This number is automatic? How do I get the flaps in? I forgot how I did this in this plane. Oh, it's over here. Up 09. Is there a flex in here? Nope. I don't think you can set it automatically, right? Not allowed here. Very nice. How do you get the V speeds? Imagine not having dial a flap, right? Mike Griffiths, hello. I'm about to buy this. This was part of it being so new. Is it VATSIM compatible yet? Yes. Does the Zebo work with it yet? Yes. I understand it does, Mike. I've not tested the Zebo out. But my understanding is the Zebo, like the latest version, works. But VATSIM definitely works, Mike. I'm on VATSIM right now, and you just have to update your vPilot client or XPilot, excuse me. But yeah, that totally works there. How do you get the V speeds in here? I thought it was automatic. Oh, okay. Got it. We're good. Alright. So we got this. We got this. This. Clear that out. Noah, you good to go, Noah? Ready to roll here? Alright, let's get this going. Good. Oh yeah, sorry, Noah. Where is it?
Before takeoff checklist, flaps are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. VC's flex temp, 128, 128, 131, flex 68, check front 829, pitch trim is 0, check flight controls, check flight directors 1, FT2, you can take a memo. Take it to blue, departure changes, no changes. Take a brief is off 29, schools 2, nav checks out, 20 is the initial, lots of terrain. Come back will be the Isla Zulu 1-1 in the secondary. Complete camera crew advised packs are on. Or takeoff check is complete. Clear left, clear right.
Alright. You heard the man. APU bleed is on. Oh, I gotta turn this on. Theoretically, the weather radar works, right? Alright, APU bleed. Turn off the external power. Hey, look! Labels in X-Plane. VATSIM, whatever this is. It works! Lots of terrain. Altimeter is... Current altimeter. Where are we? 3027. Holy. Guys got some high pressure there in New York today. All right. And then maintain 5,000. Since we don't have terminals earlier, you might want to verify we actually have the terrain that she checked off. I'm sure it's fine. You don't trust Sheed? Is that what you're saying, Plato? All right, do I need to give him a call for what here? Approved route. I guess I can call for it. Oh, fly heading 170. How do you do pushback in this thing? Is it in here? Because better pushback doesn't exist. What is Shift P? What was the... How does one do pushback in this thing? I mean, I could do a... That's definitely not in here, right? I don't know after October. How do you do back? How do you back this plane up? Service. I think it's one of these things. It's not. New York departure. Good morning, JetBlue JetBlue 320. Ready for push to start. Give you a call short of Alpha, JetBlue 320. All right. Just go with reverse thrust. Yeah. That's exactly what we're about to do. Hold on. One thing I'm going to try. Push back.
Right on Alpha and taxi to the ramp via Alpha. New York departure, JetBlue 1319.
CP.
13 with Bravo.
All right.
Blue 1319, runway 13, taxi Golf Bravo Papa, hold short, runway 22. Golf Bravo Papa, hold short, 22. JetBlue 1319. American 800, sorry about that. The internet and everything went crazy, so I stayed offline.
What's up, CP? Welcome. All right, engine 1 is spooling up.
Caribbean 423 Heavy, New York Center is offline. Currently change approved. Good day. New York approach, good afternoon. American 2123.
No, this is the flight factor.
Descending 3000. American 2123.
And turning 2.
1012.
Yeah, no, I paid for the flight factor because it came out first, CP, and I didn't want to spend the money on the upgrade for the tollless until I felt better about XPLANE 12 in general. Altitude, welcome back. And it's not 1 a.m. Hoping that none of the ground control staff go near the engine. Yeah. We're gonna push back the old-fashioned way. Oh gosh, does Navigraph work with this? I forgot to. No, it does not. You tried VATSIM today. How did it go? All right, we look good here.
Proceed direct assault, cross assault at 3000, clear on Zulu, runway 13 left approach, maintain 180 knots. Maintain 180 knots and cross assault at 3000, direct to assault speed 179. 017 Alpha Heavy, turn left heading 220, descend and maintain 3000. Have a left, turn. Run is left, turn 10-10, we're ready for pushback. I won't have Charlie. Northwest 3621, taxi via Juliet, hold short runway 22 right. Where do you enter the ramp? Juliet, only short 22 right. I'm not sure where it is. Okay, do you have a terminal number?
Finish.
For 1319, cross runway 22. Cross street to JetBlue.
There's a secret to this.
3592 New York approach, stand by. It's a busy frequency. Don't call me for clearance in the middle of everybody else, please. Northwest 3621, just pull up, taxi via Juliet, hold short runway 22
No, it's
right.
this. This is not.
Juliet,
It's
showing,
this one.
holding
Stop
short
it.
to right, 3621. Mark 107MA, runway 22, correction runway 13 left, clear to land.
Land 13 left, Chevron 107.
And at 6052 New York Center.
Parking brake off. And reverser's full.
American 2123, proceed direct assault, cross assault at 3000, clear on Zulu, runway 13 left approach, maintain 180 knots.
Maintain 180 knots, present position direct assault at about 3000, clear on Zulu 13 left American 2123.
Assault at 3000, please.
Assault at 3000, American 2123.
Xavier 17 Alpha at 8, turn right heading 280.
Yep, the old power back. We're doing it live.
Northwest 3621, taxi to the ramp via Juliet Alpha, cross runway 22 right. Juliet Alpha, crossing 22 right, 3621. Depart through JetBlue,
Okay.
03 right, taxi.
Where do you think you are, an MD-80?
Right on Alpha, hold
I
short,
mean,
Alpha.
it's an option. Hang on, I gotta get the chart up here.
13 right, taxi Alpha, hold short, hold to Bravo.
JFK.
JetBlue H03.
Alright, what's the current ATIS in Kennedy? New York departure, JetBlue 320, information Zulu, ready for taxi.
Blue 320, departure 13 right, right Alpha, hold short of Lima Alpha.
13 right, Alpha, hold short of Lima Alpha, JetBlue 320.
98 is Zulu's current, 1309, altimeter 3027.
Alright, so Alpha.
179 heavy number 2, following a heavy A330 on a 2-mile final. Wind 130 right matter, runway 13 left, clear to land. Roger number 2 for arrival, speed 179, clear to land.
So it's a right on Alpha. And then Lima Alpha, I don't.
Alpha heavy, descend maintain 3000, reduce speed 180. At 180 now on 3000, missing next to slope 17 Alpha heavy. Thank you. JetBlue 1319, runway 13, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff.
This is VATSIM. You're not supposed to have access to the charts as a pilot, Kappa.
Confirm free speed. 179, 180 knots until the
I forgot to
final
check if the AVS plugin worked. That thing was amazing
until
for
final
this.
bridge.
This is not the false scenery. This is Project JFK, CP. It's a freeware scenery. Cabin check. Spoilers armed. Big. And then we have New York City scenery from DD. Yep. So all your sceneries have transferred okay? Not all of them, CP. I have a Payware LaGuardia from Feel There, which is not the greatest developer in the world, but that did not work. That one, it gave me an error and it wouldn't work. So, but these all the DD sceneries worked fine, and this freeware scenery worked fine. So, I guess we're okay. All right, so we're taking Alpha all the way down, hold short of Lima Alpha, just like halfway down.
I can't, and that's at your discretion and risk.
Chevron 107 is clearly active, sir.
God.
For a ramp entry at taxiway.
There's no brakes. Hold on.
I'll just have to go back to the charts again, so I know it's stand 11, it's the international gates.
Shamrock 107 Heavy for now, just taxi via Echo, hold short of Foxtrot.
Echo, hold short of Foxtrot, Shamrock 107.
Maybe it's this.
Traffic, United 6052, request step away for 2 minutes.
Where am I?
United 6052, I'm sorry, I guess I got stepped on.
Oh, this is
Center's offline, change to advisories, Bird, have a good day.
This is Bravo up ahead.
Over to you, United 6052, thanks. Blue 1319, radar contact, say altitude.
2100, 5000, JetBlue 1319.
Blue 1319, thank you, turn left, heading tree 10, climb and maintain 12000.
310, climb, maintain 12000, JetBlue 1319.
Shamrock 107, it's Terminal 5, sir.
Quebec, Papa Foxtrot.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to like navigate without blowing through this stuff here. So I have to hold short of Lima Alpha.
Blue 320.
Sorry, JetBlue. Repeat for JetBlue 320.
Blue 320, no need to hold short of Lima Alpha. Continue taxi via Alpha, Quebec, and Papa Foxtrot.
Continue taxi Alpha, Quebec, Papa Foxtrot for JetBlue A320.
Everyone 7 Alpha Heavy, proceed direct assault.
Good, I don't have to look for that
3000, clear on Zulu, runway 13 left approach, normal speed.
Thank you, Plaid. At least somebody's listening to us. To him.
17 Alpha, you instructed us that it was the ILS that we were taking.
For 13 left.
I remember, if I can remember correctly, I remember you cleared us for the ILS.
For 13 left.
I believe so.
Okay, yeah, unfortunately I'm not able to do that, so...
Oxus, got to figure out what I'm going to eat today and what I'm going to do after chores.
Just let me know.
Well, if you're Hallahan, it's an easy answer. It's just sleep.
Just fly present heading and maintain 3000.
All right, so Alpha becomes Quebec, and then Papa Foxtrot's all the way to the end. So this is basically just follow this taxiway all the way down.
31 descending through 16,000.
Yeah, exactly, CB. Thank you. Just straight shot to the end.
Harp 3 to LaGuardia. We have information.
Should have picked an airport that I know, like by heart, or the, well, it's pretty easy to taxi around Kennedy unless you're going to the 13s from Terminal 5. So typical North Shore not showing today. No, he was there actually. He so CP he shows up in the beginning of the stream, and he chats like 800 words a minute for the first 15 minutes of the stream, and then he goes to bed and takes a nap. Whether I start the stream at 7 p.m. or 1 p.m., that's his MO every time. So exactly, it's all right. Ice cold this year, so we've got the MVP here. Shows up immediately talking about his siesta.
Left turn 220, JetBlue 1319.
Approach American 327, Flight Wolf 090, cabin 4 RO.
American 327, New York approach, idem.
Flight American 327.
American 327.
I gotta set my camera views for the wing views when we get up in the air. Someone remind me to do that.
United 231, radar contact, 35 north of BZ, cross BZ 8000, expect the ILS.
I too could use the siesta. We all could. That's why I got a coffee before this stream. I went to Starbucks about 2/3 of the way through it, and then that does wonders. Taco Bell sounds good right about now. That's good eat.
025 and cross BZ, maintain 8000, United 231.
American 327, radar contact, 15 Southwest Kennedy Airport, turn right heading 090, descend and maintain 3000.
I'm gonna change this.
Zulu, runway 13 left approach,
Max effort I think puts like. Let's try this again.
So right 090, descend 3000, vectors for runway 31.
See, this does nothing. The brakes are not being hit here. Is there another option for like brakes that's...
327, verify the RNAV Zulu, runway 13 left.
I'd rather have brakes that work than no brakes. Yeah, max effort is the target, but regular effort does nothing.
White, incline, maintain 17,000, JetBlue 1319.
Receiver 179 Heavy, where do you enter the ramp?
I'll be Terminal 7.
Receiver 179, thank you. Cross from 22 right, taxi to the ramp via Bravo.
Coming 22 right, and taxi to ramp via Bravo, Receiver 179.
Blue 18
Papa Foxtrot here.
Saber 17 Alpha Heavy, sorry about that.
I say that jokingly, I'm just lazy around here and no Uber Eats where I live.
From what's in the Hotas.
Nothing, really? We had no Uber Eats before the pandemic, but then they added that.
No worries at all. Don't worry. Thanks a lot. 17 Alpha.
American 327, turn right, a right turn the long way around, heading 360.
360, American 327.
TNT, where taxi on board you.
American 2219, runway 13, taxi via Bravo Papa, hold short, runway 22.
Bravo Papa, runway 13.
You're in the country? So you live in Archland?
Your approach Delta 888, 10,000 beauty with a nice Charlie at the water.
888, New York approach, squawk 1071.
1071 for 888.
Blue 320, runway 13, right, clear for takeoff.
Go for takeoff on runway 13 right, chip. Blue 320.
American 2123, radio end of the ramp.
Going to gate 44, Tammy Lane.
JetBlue, British American 2123, right on Bravo, taxi to the right.
Right on Bravo, taxi to the ramp.
Here we go.
American 2123.
Blue 1319, New York Center's offline for the change approved, good day.
Over to your call, JetBlue 1319, have a nice one.
3592, runway 13 right, taxi via Charlie. Victor, hold short, of runway 13 left.
Flight 1060s for departure.
3592, verify 13 right via Charlie. Victor, hold short, of runway 13 left.
All right, here we go. Here's my flexing stuff.
Affirmative 13 right, as advertised in the Hotas, taxi via Charlie.
And Flex SRS, blue, green, go. Airspeed's alive. P1, rotate. Pause the brake gear up.
West of Solberg, descend and maintain 900,000, expect ILS 4 approach, the LaGuardia altimeter 3025.
9,000 for ILS 4 LaGuardia, Delta 88.
Sheed mode on.
Vermont 7 Alpha Heavy, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind 130 at manor.
That's 113 left, 17 Alpha Heavy.
American 327, proceed right to Salt, cross the Salt at 3000, clear on Zulu, runway 13 left approach.
Touch Salt, then cleared on runway 13 left approach,
This view.
welcome 322.
I missed this little view here. That's fun.
Foot 2 reef, 20 radar contacts, altitude.
Passing through 3,000 for 5,000 for JetBlue A320.
Blue 320, proceed direct wavy, climb and maintain 12,000.
Direct wavy up to 12,000 for JetBlue 320.
Is there a fake one? Blue 320, is there a fake version of you?
No, it's me. In the flesh.
It's in real in the name, I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, there's a guy in the Boston airspace who takes a lot of naps who pretends to be me.
Okay, gotcha. Delta 888, descend and maintain 8,000.
8,000 Delta 888.
The D10 for climb is not working.
American 2219, cross runway 22.
Cross runway 22, I'm working to the DMCA.
All right, take down the volume a little bit. So I got to work on my D10s. Hey, Ian, what's up, man? Can we get out of his airspace? Speed brake still.
Sun 3592, you've gone past Victor. Turn. You know what, just go all the way down to the end of the runway.
Once you get out of his airspace, I'll do my
Charlie,
wing
Charlie,
views here.
Runway 13 left.
But Here it is. Clouds obviously look a little better than XPLANE 11. I don't know. Hawks didn't like the clouds that much. I don't love them. I think they're better than they were before, but we're going down to DCA, Washington National.
7,000 Delta 888.
Yeah, quick little flight today. I just want to really test out the scenery and kind of put X-Plane through its paces, not do like a 3-hour flight. River visual, yes. Indeed. Real world, they are still configured for it, last I checked, so. All right, we're at 10,000 feet. Why are all my camera views all messed up now? I don't know if it's because of the save state, but all of a sudden, like, this is my upper panel, and this is my lower panel, even though before they were working. Not sure what happened there.
Blue 320 New York Center is offline. Currently change approved. Good day.
Over to Unicom, a hearty Jacksonville Center goodbye to you. Thanks for the ATC JetBlue 320.
Bird 17 Alpha Heavy, turn right when able, hold short of runway 22 right.
Right when able, hold short 22 right.
The controller used to be on. That joke doesn't make sense if you know that the controller used to be on. Used to be a controller in Orlando.
2219, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
All right. Technically, the lower panel view isn't wrong. That's what your buck. No, but like before, like for some reason, I guess I can fix it now. We go. Oh god, I think I just went now. Nope. Why does landing gear unlock? I don't know what that means. All right, let's try this again. Why can't I move in the... What? Why can't I move in the... Why are my keyboards not working? Your gear lever is down, but the gear is up. You know, but why can't I move now? This explains a lot. Like, I can't move around the... Save state? Yep. Alright, never do save state. I can't use, like, the keyboard controls now to move around the cabin. I just trained with it. I'm hitting W. See, this is W. And then, like, you know, period or minus aren't working. The other stuff works. Like, this view. Who the hell is this guy? Oh, this is the tower view for the warship. I'm like, who is that? Captain Maggie? Like, all this stuff, like, this works. Oh, is numlock off? Oh. Numlock's on, because I can use the keypad. See, I'm hitting, like, the keypad buttons, but I can't move around the keyboard. I mean, I can't move around the cabin, I mean, with the keyboard. What did I file? 260. Sorry. Noah, you forgot to set your altimeter, dude. It's Colonel Sanders. Yeah. XPLANE 72 had that problem too. I'm wondering, I mean, we did use save state. That's one thing I can think of. It was working before, because when we first started the stream, I was using the keyboard controls to move around New York City and show you all that. So I don't know what's happening here. Because I wanted to go set my wing views and move through the cabin, but now I can't do that. Turn off Noah's controls, you know. Think it's save state acting up? Could be. And listen, that's I mean that's whatever, you know, that's on me for using that. I'll put this on plan. All All right, so we're taking the deal 3 into, let's get that configured in here because this is not a very long flight. I mean, so far, this is kind of what I expected. The graphics, like the cabin graphics, are nothing great. We talked about this earlier in the stream. It's part of it. I think is anti-aliasing. Part of it is I think Flight Factor hasn't updated their graphics. Like all the numbers and text look pretty crappy, like very fuzzy. The panels themselves are fine. I don't know if the Matavia mod works or not yet for XPLANE 12. That fixed a lot of it. It's just gonna be annoying when I have to constantly do this. So let's take a look at our waypoints here. ZZ, no, we're good there. Laughlin, no. So the first restriction is billet at 11,000, which is in there, so we're good there. Deal 280 at 10 knots. Deal is going to be 280. That is correct. So we've got that in there. Good. And I think that's it because we're doing the river visual. There's no restrictions after that. So usually you get ATC the whole way. So, all right, not too far. This is a very short flight. Yeah, I mean, I think the you know, is the A320 Ultimate XPLANE? Yes, this is CP. Yes, exactly. I mean, yes, it is. In fact, I was going to make a caveat, but no, it definitely is. So this cost me $20 to upgrade it because I own the A320 Ultimate from XPLANE 11. Oh, for sure a straight port. 100% Hawks. They put minimal effort to get it to work, which is fine. Maybe in the future it'll look better, but I mean, if you can see the anti-alias, look at the border of the airplane versus the sky. You can. It's really bad over here. The anti-aliasing. Now we changed it down. Hold on a second. Let me. Since there's nobody here, let's bring this back up. I'm just curious if it looks any better. No, a little bit. Actually, it is better. I mean, I said this in the video. It still reminds me more of XPLANE 11 than something like, wow, this looks different. I do agree with Hawks up the visuals. I mean, I think here's my prediction. My prediction is, you know, a year from now, they will have a lot of all those little updates, X Vision and Active Sky, and all these little tweaks will greatly enhance the visuals of this sim. And of course, the Flight Factors of the world will update their aircraft. I mean, maybe not Flight Factor. They're pretty bad at doing those kinds of updates, but maybe Tolis will, you know, bring in a better texture pack, and it'll look the part better. I mean, it's flyable. I don't think there's a problem there. It's just in its current state, it's a little underwhelming visually. Not that we're seeing a whole lot here above the Atlantic Ocean, but it's hard to say I want to go fly in this sim versus Microsoft Flight Simulator. But as I said last night, I really think that once like SSG updates the Embraers, once X-Craft releases their new E-Jets, and there's more variety of aircraft in X-Plane, which could take a month or, I don't know, 6 months from now, whenever that occurs, that will be the draw, the pull back into X-Plane, not the, hey, it's a new sim, and because it's a new sim, by virtue of the fact there's just a new sim, that's going to compel me to fly in it, because it's not. I guarantee you guys, the next flight I do is going to be in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because the visuals are just 1,000 times better, and if I'm going to fly an A320, now we'll see how this goes here, and maybe the modeling of the flight model will be different, and I'll feel more comfortable here. I don't know, but I've learned to live with the Microsoft Flight Simulator model, and it's fine. I don't think Active Sky will be coming, and if this is custom weather, I see it kind of like MFS where they don't allow modifications. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly don't know. That's a good point, but maybe you can turn weather on and off using Active Sky, but I wonder if you can use the upgraded cloud features. In XPLANE 11, it definitely could use the default clouds. Like, by default, it came with its own clouds, but you didn't have to use them. It would just inject the weather data, you know, so it would be more realistic in the sense that it would be more real time. And by the way, the scenery on the ground. So this is all default scenery that we're seeing here in New Jersey and Delaware, wherever we are right now. I have to get the ortho is another issue I've got to sort out. We do have X America, but we don't have ortho installed because I couldn't get VState to actually let me download it. So that's another issue to sort through. But I really wanted to see how VATSIM worked, how X America looks, and how the sceneries work. Because like many of you guys, I purchased a lot of different sceneries over the years for XPLANE 11, and they seem to work. I mean, like I said, I ran into one problem with the LaGuardia scenery, which is fine, whatever. I mean, I'm sure they'll fix that. But the DD sceneries work fine. The guy whose name, the Polish name I can't pronounce. And then the freeware from the xplane.org forums that has been updated like in 7 years, that one worked fine. The Mr. X library worked fine. X World seems to be working fine. So, no, it's not without its merits. It's doing something. We're getting pretty good frames. I'm getting 60 frames up in the air, which is reason. I mean, the fly factor was always heavy on the frames. I mean, in the SSG at this point, I'd have like 100 frames in XPLANE 11. Not that it really matters, but you know, it's just the. I never really ran into any stutters. And in the cockpit here, we've got 50, which is great. Jezvietsky? Something like that. Jezvietsky? I don't think that's right. Jezvietsky? It's less of a J in the front. It's like a... I don't know how to pronounce it, but I don't think it's that one. I've heard people pronounce it correctly, and I'm not one of those people. All right, we're at our cruise, so I'm going to increase the old speedometer here. I will say it is really nice having airplane labels again. Being able to see the... it wouldn't be in here. It would be X-Pilot settings. I really like having that. You can increase that. That's really nice. And I've got to... The other thing I've got to do is download the sound pack for this plane. Because FTSim, which I still subscribe to, has a sound pack for this. So... You know, there's little tweaks here and there that still need to be made, but I'm pretty, you know, I'm satisfied. Enter destination data. Okay. So we need to go to performance. Next phase. I need to get the ATIS for METAR, KDCA. Altimeter in Washington National is 3023. Temp 27. Winds are 160 at 5. So this is pretty good for the river visual. Because you want, obviously, the runway's at 19 or 0, so this is perfect. Perfect, but Ian, this is a short flight indeed. Yes. Well, I really wanted just to be able to like do all the things in X. By the way, the ability for X-Pilot to show up here is really nice. Oh my goodness. Really like that. But yeah, Ian, I just wanted to kind of test things out. I wanted to just do like a dry run, if you will. And the VNAV is working, so got that. I also, Ian, didn't want to, you know, plan on a 2.5-hour flight if it wasn't going to work that well. But I kind of wanted to, you know, test it out, get X America in here, kind of really dip my toe into the sim more than I had in the past. Forgot to put those on. I mean, Noah forgot to put those on. Let's see here. I see JCT doesn't have any time for us. He put his family before us. What's up with that? I don't understand that. Like, you know, I mean, Ice is here. Ice is in his tighty whities on his lazy boy with the stream up on his tablet, and he's having a great old time. Why can't JCT be here? Families are the worst, am I right? Oh, tubes. Or sorry, tuberculosis, as we discovered, is his full name. Why is my seat like vibrating? Do you see that? Like this seat is moving around a lot. This seat is not. How do you get a camera in my apartment? Nice, dude. If I want to change, I guess there's not really a way to change the weather, right? I don't want to mess with it too much. All right, we'll bring back the speed a little bit here because we've got top of descent coming up in just a little bit. And Noah if Noah's still here, Noah, are you still in Connecticut or did you come back to Florida? Noah was living my best life in the last couple days in Connecticut, just hanging out. I really wish we went up there this weekend. I even suggested to my wife that we book the last flight to New Haven tonight, Avello from Orlando direct. I think is like at 4 o'clock. This is at noon, so I was like, we could pack and be ready and be good to go. Don't need that much. That was shot down. So going back to Tube's question or statement, you are correct. You are right, Tubes. I just want to bring a little culture, pizza, and some amazing weather back into my family's lives. And instead, we're sitting here in Sweatbox, Florida. Nobody appreciates it. All right, so the bottom of the 10,000 feet is going to be the bottom of the star. So we'll put that in here just in case there's ATC that comes on there. It's 70 and sunny here today. Ugh, you're killing me, Tubes. And I saw that like today and tomorrow are going to be absolutely beautiful in Connecticut. Actually, when I went to get my Starbucks, I was waiting for my coffee, and I was like, I should be in Connecticut right now. This should be like a full day of adventure and Mohegan sun. Blast it all. Would have been I would play the Foxwoods theme now, but that'll be a DMCA strike, I'm sure. So you all understand. If I have to sing it myself, take a chance, make it happen. Oh my god, I forgot the words. Finger snapping, round and round you go. At least you wouldn't be slumming in Foxwoods. No, Foxwoods jingle is the best, but everybody knows Mohegan Sun is the master casino. September weather in New England might be my favorite. Yeah, I mean, this time of year, you're not wrong on that, Tubes. I mean, I love New York in the fall. September really is that perfect time because in October, you get the leaves changing and whatnot, but usually you get a lot more of that cold rain, which is just unenjoyable. But September is like just fantastic. A pop a cork, finger snapping. Spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is short, life is sweet. Give yourself a front row seat. We'll have a ball, yes, we'll live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods. I'm sure you all can purchase my greatest hits album off the Just Simply Dave record album website. That's a memory. That song, like the full, like, they used to play those commercials all the time. Should we start our descent? Wait, it's a little more. Confession, I've never been to any New England casino. What? Never? Oh, Tubes, I give you permission to leave my stream. You need to go have dinner tonight at Mohegan Sun. I mean, you are missing out, sir. You don't have to gamble $1. You'll have a great time over there. Already clipped. It's been fun watching the stream, but I'm going to have to hit the bed. All right, worries, man. Inverse yoke, always a pleasure to have you here, my friend. We're going to start our descent. Appreciate you being here. Arm the spoilers. Plato, you only been the... What? You guys are like... This is like the scene from A Christmas Story when Ralphie swears and his mom calls Schwartz's mom, and she tells him that her kid Ralphie heard the bad word from Schwartz, and and you can hear his mother on the other line going, what? What? And then, like, that is the level of disgust I have with all of you, having lived in New England and never been to Mohegan Sun and or Foxwoods. Like, you are just missing out on the greatest single per capita piece of entertainment in New England. Schwartz was getting his. All you heard was just... my son's upstairs napping, but he'll probably be fine. Okay, heading to Mohegan. Talk to you later. Yeah, it's fine. Well, go for dinner tonight. You don't have... That's why I don't love gambling. That's totally fine. You don't need to gamble there. I mean, I went there as a kid and I enjoyed it. Plus, Tubes, hold on. Are you aware at Mohegan Sun there is a kids club you can drop your children off at? It's an hourly fee, but you drop them off and it is supervised. They'll feed them. They'll take care of them. It's babysitters without a baby. Like, it's a giant, like, it's more than just a ball pit. It's like a giant, like, entertainment complex. Like, this is like the greatest thing on earth. Then you and your wife go sit at the video blackjack table, computer games. You pay $1. You drink for free for $1 bets, and you take your sweet time between bets. There is no way you're beating that value. Can I drop them off and then just come back home? You can. They don't care. I mean, you're just paying for an hourly fee. I just heard the Slack sound that made me shiver. Sorry, yeah, my employee is messaging me. Three-hour drive for dinner. It's worth it, Tubes. It's worth it. I can drink for pretty cheap and play video games without leaving my house, though. Okay, Rue. Listen, this is a next level. Guy, first of all, you don't have Pepe's Pizza at home. That's number one, and they have it at Mohegan Sun. Number two, there is a comedy show. There's live music. There is way more than gambling. That's the thing right there. No ATC on, huh? No, there's Dulles Tower. That's about it. I'm telling you, you are missing. One day, Tubes, you're going to go there, and you're going to say, he was right all along. Just saying. This isn't about me being right. This is about me helping you have a better time. You have an amazing oasis in your backyard, and you don't know it. Oof. Oof, look at that default scenery, guys. XPLANE 11. Counterpoint, I can wear my sweatpants and slippers if I stay home. Counterpoint, you can still wear sweatpants and slippers in the casino. You would be overdressed compared to some of the people from JCT's corner of Connecticut who roll in their hobo wear. And if JCT was here, he would say, you know what? He's not wrong. Ugh, I do not miss. See, in Microsoft Flight Simulator, this would look amazing right now. You start a parenting channel. So, chapter 1: how to offload your kids on somebody else. They are pretty fancy slippers. Well, I'm just saying, you would not be, Tubes, I guarantee you would not be the worst dressed person at the casino. I'm just putting that out there right away. And you'd be well fed because the food there is amazing. But if you're 3 hours away, in all honesty, I mean, I would, it's hard to justify for dinner, but, make it like an afternoon, have breakfast, start driving over there, get there around lunch, have a nice lunch in the casino or somewhere in there, and then go try to time for like if there's a show or a concert or there's some decent shopping. Maybe gamble a little bit. Drop the kids off at the I forget what the name of the kids club is over there, and then have dinner. We talking Walmart on a Sunday, and it's not that bad, but there are people that will show up there, looking like, hey y'all. Depends what day of the week it is. Like Saturday night will be generally speaking, a nicer crowd than like the Tuesday night crowd. It's kind of like basically Hawks. It's kind of like the strip club dress code. You get a nicer crowd on the weekend than you do on the weekdays. Same for the staff on stage, might I add. Not the worst. It's usually the bar I shoot for in life. Indeed. Altimeter was 3023. Is that Noah's for him? Because Noah also pieced out Hallahan style. Okay, yeah. I saw a billet, and I forgot that deal is the final waypoint that we have an altitude for. All right, so we'll see here the river visual. Hopefully this will work. I mean, in the sense that I think my throttle is calibrated and whatnot. And I gotta get ortho back. This looks like mega doo-doo. It's amazing that from XPLANE 11 to 12, they just did not touch this at all. They were like, no, this is good. We don't need to change this. Because I didn't realize that, the greater Washington, D.C. area looks like Iowa. Ugh. I'm sorry. This image is going to be burned in my memory for when I decide, should I fly XPLANE? No. I shall not. Now I have the Foxwood song stuck in my head, which is better than admittedly, it's much better than the Real American cover song that Hallahan hates. That guy really tries hard. I don't think we're going to hit 11,000 feet at billet. Call me crazy, but I don't think that's going to happen. Well, I don't know. Now the plane is starting to... It's going to be close. Did you get docked for the cover version 2? No, but Hawks, I think it only docks you... I think once you get docked by one thing, it doesn't check anymore. Oh, God. Oh, God. Not like this. What happened? Hello? No! Are you kidding me? Is there autosave in this thing? Oh, no, not like this. Come on. Hold on. The only chance I will not redo the flight. If there's an autosave, which I don't remember if there is one or not, we'll do that, but I'm not redoing this flight. And Xpilot does. No, Xpilot's still here. How would I do this? Does anyone know with Flight Factor how you're supposed to resume it? Flight Factor A320. How autosave resume? Because do I load back in Kennedy or? part of me says, see, my instinct is to just to spawn back into Kennedy and then go to the autosave if it's there, and it'll spawn me back in the right place. I don't think it's gonna do. Was that a driver issue? It would said Vulkan issue. And I just, if I had, before I quit, I could have checked the log, but it's too late now. Resume last flight. It just said Vulkan issue, Hawk. So I'm guessing it's some sort of graphics. I mean, we're getting close to Washington, D.C. I'm guessing the DD scenery. I did, before the stream, I loaded in there just to verify that it worked and it was fine. And I went around. So I don't think the scenery is inherently flawed. I don't know. I don't know that I enabled the autosave, so this might not work. The only chance we have is that an autosave worked and we're going to be able to resume it. Otherwise, guys, this will be the end of the stream. And to Plato's point, if XPLANE 12 is uglier and more crashy, then it's no hope. No. I mean, listen, at the very beginning, Microsoft Flight Simulator was truly crashy as well, but I'm not redoing the flight. I'm just curious what this will do here. I just like that when Microsoft Flight Simulator crashes, Hawks is like, Hotch, let's get it. Let's hop in a Discord chat. Let's get my buddy from Arizona in here. We're going to debug it and get it all set. And then when XPLANE 12 crashes, Hawks is like, well, shoot. You know, stuff happens, man. Sorry. I'm going to go back now and vacuum my floor and eat some Cheetos. Just quite a difference. I've seen you in my chat many times during crashes, and this is a completely different Hawks than I'm used to. I have no Cheetos to eat. Sorry, everything else was accurate, but the Cheetos. Cheesy poofs? I don't forget what you were eating before. You're not an XPLANE guy. What did you were P3 before Microsoft Flight Simulator? You did P3D, Hawks? In which case, I'm not sure we could have been friends back then. I mean, we gave Hallahan so much flack for being P3D up until about 2 weeks ago. Oh, God. You and Hallahan? A2? Brute? All right, let's see here. Will the plane... All right, the plane's in Kennedy. Now, let's see here. States. Autosave. Here we go. Load it back in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I started panning around. I'm worried that it's going to crash, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching anything. Hands off the keyboard. It's going to take a while for it to load in. This is... Oh my God! It worked! We're back! Did we lose the GPS? Still can't move around the keyboard. We're back, chat. Everything's fine. That was nice. Yes, I agree, Plato. This is a huge feature right here. Now, the question is, if it crashes again, then there is something in the graphic settings. A GPS primary is on. Then there's like something with the scenery that's crashing it. Listen, Hawks, no one's perfect. I'm the first to admit that. But, geez, man, I thought you had better taste in things. That's all I'm saying. I'm just, you know, you thought to yourself, you know what? Hallahan has got the right idea. Plus, for me, it wouldn't necessarily be autosave, but saving state to practice approaches. Well, you can do that, Plato. You can do that in the fly-by-wire in its current state. There is an option to do that. It doesn't work in the Phoenix, but it does work in the fly-by-wire. You set up like 10 miles out and land. I did that for a lot of my videos. Sorry, spoiler. Some of the landings I did were not real flights. But the autosave, autosave is a feature I loved in XPLANE. In Tolus, in the flight factor. It just... Oh, where's X-Pilot? Hello? Hello? That feeling when Minneapolis Center's on and it's not Hawks. What's up with that? Not I'm flying there, but still. I don't remember exactly what altitude we were at when we crashed. I don't think we were at Deal yet. So this will be interesting. Oof. Ugh. God, this makes me like visibly ill. Ugh. Okay, so the keyboard's commands work in here. Like the keyboard works fine over here. And back here, no dice. All right, 10,000 feet. Landing lights coming back on. Why are we so slow? Deal is supposed to be at 280 knots, so I don't know what this thing is doing. Auto throttle is not on. Okay, how long has auto throttle been out? Noah, how long has the auto throttle not been on? Oh my god, the detents. See the problem there. Okay, now we're on climb. There we go. I gave XPLANE a fair shake. Couldn't justify with the mods I had for P3D. Oh man, if this Hawk, let me just say this. I don't care at this point. But if we had this conversation, what year is it? 22. If we had this conversation 3 years ago, I would not be happy with you, sir. I would have some choice words for you, including the phrase, "You want to be like Hallahan," would have been part of that. But now today it's water under the bridge, you know? You've got to turn the other cheek, love thy neighbor, and you know, and look for the best in people. Love every sim equally. Let's not get that. Let's not get carried away, Hawks. Let's just say that I can appreciate who you are as a person. All right, after Deal, that's the end of the star. So we are going to, excuse me, get us down to about 6,000 feet. And then at 6,000 feet, if memory serves me correctly, then you make the turn for Fergie. Do we have Fergie in here? Do not. Derek's in there. That's fine. It's in. Actually, hold on a second before I do this. DCA, arrival. No, it doesn't have it on there. That's fine. I'll just add it in manual. I think we're missing another waypoint between Fergie and Derek, but F R. Gonna guess it's this one. Let's bring the speed down because we're going to drop below 10,000 feet. In Austin we trust. I'm not going to go that far. And there's some people, speaking of Austin we trust, Hawks, in the comments for my XPLANE 12 review. And there are some people that truly like hate Austin and Laminar Research. I mean, this isn't like I prefer this sim over the other sim. These are people that truly, with vitriol, hate like Austin / Laminar, however you want to look at it. Like, I mean, there's just some serious issues. Like, I don't know if they're daddy issues or what, but like, you need to like calm down, dude. Like, I don't look at any sim and be like, you know what, the people that run it are like awful people. I don't know. There's just some. I read some of the comments and I'm like, wow, dude, you need to take a step back here. What's the community hating on things? I don't believe it. It's just it doesn't become real until I've always felt like Tubes the like the shed is like usually pretty cool about that stuff. Like, there's not too much vitriol there, and I've seen the comments, you know, like on FS Elite and other places. But when it like arrives on your doorstep and you see it, and it's like, wow, like, geez, dude, like, is it things are not quite that bad? I don't know. Call me crazy, but. I don't know. It's just people have very strong opinions. Best I can say about it. All right, we're definitely past the point of that crash. So I don't know what happened there with the graphics, but whatever. Autosave saved the day. So basically, this will take us on essentially the downwind, because Washington National is over there. There's the Potomac River. And the airport is somewhere in this vicinity over here. And we're going to make a base turn for final, and then take it in. Still no ATC on, right? So DCA should be right... Guessing where the Delta is, right there. I do miss the infinite zoom option. That is very nice. See, the buildings here don't look too bad, and this is a combination of DD Washington, D.C., as well as X America. And you can see here, I mean, all the buildings are populated in, which is an advantage over Microsoft Flight Simulator, because Microsoft Flight Simulator, you would not have the buildings actually rendered at this distance. It would be all flat here until you got closer. So give credit where credit is due. Even though the buildings probably still look like SimCity 2000, they are rendered in here. And you can see, like, even off on the horizon, like, there are buildings, like three-dimensional buildings over there, for what it's worth. It's a desktop simulator. People need to touch grass every once in a while. Not wrong on that. I can see my house from here. Let's see here. And then this is Washington, D.C. I think this plane always makes this turn to the next waypoint right when I'm about to get a view of the mall. So there's the Capitol building right there. So U.S. Capitol, Washington Monument, Jefferson Memorial, Lincoln Memorial. The White House is right, like right here. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Smithsonian. All right, where are we on the altitude? We're at 6,000 feet. All right, nice. So let's bring this down. Let's bring the speed down. 210. We'll bring the sounds up here. Washington National Traffic, good afternoon. JetBlue 320 on the downwind for RNAV 19 River Visual. 6,000 feet. Washington National Traffic. All right, the speed's coming down. Ops 1. Start bringing the altitude down. Again, this thing broke. they're like backwards. No, they're not. Yes, they are. These are like mirrored from my real controls. That would be this option. So we're gonna do medium auto brake. I don't trust myself in this thing. So at Megs, we'll go a little past Megs and then take a base turn. Bring it on in. I will say I'm very happy that the autosave worked because I really thought that was the end of the stream there. So now that we're closer to the ground, this is a really good example of X America, or X World America. Different name, same product. You can see all these buildings are rendered in, and this would actually look a lot better with ortho because it does read the ortho tiles and then figures out, oh, this should be a house, this should be an office building. But it's doing a pretty good job. I mean, you can see there's a lot of buildings here. So this is the autogen with X World, and this is free with XPLANE. I mean, if the XPLANE works in 11 or 12, you can get it now for XPLANE 12, but it's a different product for 12 compared to 11. It's 190. For the river visual, I like to that's already good. What? That's a really slow speed, right? It must be like really light for a 117. I like to be fully configured at Derek. So we're at 4,000 feet here. Let's do the base turn. Washington National Traffic, JetBlue 320, turning base for runway 19er, river visual, 4,000 feet, Washington National. Not quite that slow yet. It's interesting that we're level and the speed is not coming down yet. OATC, so I think we're on our own for this. We have the river in sight. I'm going to go direct to Fergie. Lengo, what's up, man? Do you find the daytime lighting in the cockpits a little dark? Well, I mean, I don't know what it really looks like in the real world. I think in this one, the flight factor, yeah, I could see that. I don't know that I thought it before, but I definitely... What just happened to the flight director on this side? I could see that. I'd have to... I don't know about it in the Phoenix, back in Microsoft Flight Simulator Lingo, if I feel that way as well. Washington National Traffic, JetBlue 320 on the river visual 19er, 3,500 feet, approaching the Fergie waypoint to begin the river visual, Washington National Traffic. All right.
Dulce traffic, I'm ranking team on the ILS 19er left, we'll call tower in a moment.
I've heard a real 737 pilot say that, but was just wondering what others say. Yeah, that's a good question. It's probably a better question for a real A320 pilot than for me. I do appreciate you asking me, but I don't know that I really thought that before this, if that makes sense. All right, I'll put this in for 120. Really high. So I'm going to take gear down. Flaps 3, full flaps. Plane is mine. I think we're a little too high right now. Supposed to be
2,500.
Yeah, we're not that high actually. I think we're actually no, I think we're really good. The vertical deviation actually shows me. I think we're okay. I think I was overreacting to that. Yeah, it felt a little high, but let's see. There we go. Sound's coming up. I'm going exceptionally slow. I probably in the real world, they'd be at like, I'm going to guess 140, 150 knots easily at this point. But better safe than sorry. I'm not here to score brownie points for the best landing in the world. The anti-aliasing on those, whatever those trees are like right below us in the middle of the cockpit there, it looks terrible. If you look off to the left and the right, you'll see a good examples of X America again. Again, it's autogen. This would look a lot better because without this, with X World America, this would look, I think, pretty jank. It would just look very empty.
$1,000.
Okay. Let's take out the auto throttle. All right, now I'm flying this thing manually. No auto throttle, no autopilot. I'm probably lower than I should be now. I think I'm all right, actually. Just one of the things with the river visual is it's when you make these last couple turns here, if you're not paying close attention, you will burn off speed very quickly, and then you're going to end up with speed, trying to get to the runway. So just something to keep in mind when you're making these turns. So Washington, D.C. on our left, Arlington on our right.
100 above.
Why turn off auto throttle? It's a
500 minimum.
thing. Landing. I don't know. I don't know that auto throttle does a good job of managing it because of these tight turns. I've always done that. Okay, off too far on the left. I've always done that. I just find it helps manage my speed better on these approaches. This approach. And ordinarily, tubes like rear landing almost any other airport, I wouldn't do that. I would just, bring it back to idle on like when I'm about to land. Landing. Oh.
300.
The winds are either very calm or I'm not getting kicked around a lot.
200.
What is in the water in front of the runway? Did someone spill paint?
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Oh. Whew. Okay, remember when I was talking about speed? That was a slammer. Good news, we stopped in time. Okay, well, we made it. Not dead, no. I think we definitely hit the runway a little hard. Let's take a look at the replay, because we got replay again. Washington National traffic, JetBlue Airbus clear, runway 19er, Washington National. I would not have walked away from that approach. What was that? I'm not sure if it's a compliment or not, Lungo, but it wasn't my best landing here. Looked better than most of my landings. I hit the runway sooner than I thought I was going to hit it. Which, this is my gate. These are the gates I want. I don't think this is the right scenery. This is not. This is not Washington, the DD scenery. I gotta clean up my flaps, my bad. Sir, excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, if you were flying it. It's a fun one to try. I mean, it's a good approach. It's a good one to try out. But it's a good challenge. All right, we'll take JetBlue goes to gates 20. That really matters here, but we'll take 28. Something's like messed up with this scenery. I don't know. I gotta fix the brakes on this because this is not doing me any favors. Oh, I forgot to turn on the APU. Come on, engine 1 is still on. Give me some credit. Lights can come off. Yeah, so the APU should come on pretty quickly, I think. Come on, APU. I didn't lose all power. I just, in between turning off 2 and 1, I realized the problem there. All right, we'll take a look at the replay here before we get going. That was fun. I mean, regarding the flight model, it was a pretty easy in. I was not getting kicked around a lot. Again, it could have just been because the weather was ideal and there were no problems. All right, APU gen is on, so we can now turn off engine 1. There we go. And service. I don't remember how you get like the doors to open and stuff. It's definitely not connected jetway. What the? What is this thing? Look at, now my controls are working again. What? And why is there a giant black? I'm not gonna. Oh, it's the GPU cart. Okay. Seems normal to me. I don't know. This thing is something about this thing is not quite ready for prime time. Anyway, let's disconnect from the network and take a look at the replay. Replay mode. The no sound in replay mode is, I think, as I recall, an issue. It's the flight factor thing, I think. You have to talk to Raj about the black party Raj in the cockpit. Will do. What is this stuff? That's what I was talking about. Like, why is there? It looks like someone spilled a giant amount of paint into the Potomac River. Or this is scenery that's like underwater. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So I got to look at my Washington DC scenery. Something's messed up there. I think we hit exactly. Let's see where the tires touched down. Oh no, we're good. That was actually a better landing than I thought it was in my head. I thought we hit the runway. I thought we took out some of these lights over here. We did take out that camera guy though. Boom. Now equipped with a stripper pole. Can't give you the over the wing view, but we'll give you the slanted alpha, whatever. What's his name? Slanted aviation tower view here. Actually, pretty good DCA landing. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I mean, you always want to come in on DCA and on the river visual. You want to hit those numbers about as close as you can because it's a very short runway, and we definitely did that. Yeah, not a bad landing at all. I think there's two sceneries here. Like you can see all the things are repeated. See that? And the numbers, the taxiways, or the gate are all repeated. So I think that the DC scenery by default and the DD scenery are on top of each other. My prediction is if I get rid of one of them or fix one of them, it will solve the problem. So anyway, thank you all so much for joining us here. Appreciate it. 2 streams in 2 days. Somewhere CP is just like, what? What sorcery is this? How does he find the time? Anyway, have a good weekend, everybody. We may have a stream tomorrow. I mean, who knows? Depends on. Have coffee. We'll travel. Maybe we'll take X. I can't. I don't know. I want to do another XPLANE stream. I really. This is not. I'm not impressed so far. But anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Unlike Hallahan and staying for the entire stream. So Tubes and Ice and Plato. And Ian and Hawks and all our friends here. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a great weekend, everybody. And we'll catch you all soon. See you guys.